Welcome to Euro Sucks, the weekly podcast where we review and critique the best and worst fan-created original characters from the My Little Pony fandom. This show is unscripted and unfiltered, so modern language will be used. As well, this show can be a little heavy on the critique at times. That being said, if you are easily offended, do not watch. If not, feel free to join us for this week's show. This is episode 58 for April 17th, 2015. This week, Love is in the Air, and we round out our Pairs episode block and talk about some smoopy-doopy ponies and the love they share. So grab our hands as we talk about this week's ponies. My name is Modified Thunderbirds. I'm the host and project manager. I am joined by...
Soren wants pie, and I am the calendar man? The date keeper? Yeah.
I'm Eddie Bobo. I'm in charge of gathering questions and viewer interaction.
And I'm Smooth Sailing, and I'm the editor.
And it's good to be back. I gotta tell you, I had such a fun time at BabsCon. It was a blast. I got to meet so many people. I got to meet so many people that have been on this show. Like, I got to meet Burned again. I got to hang out with Tarby and Silverquill. I got to say hey to Kim Possible, or I heart Kim Possible a lot. I got to hang out with just like a lot of people. Also with a lot of our fans. Like I was surprised on how many fans that we were actually going to have there. I remember running into Astrakin, Junior Mint Otter. I know, right? I was super excited to see her. Like, I wish you were there, Smooth, so you could say hey to her, but whatever. She sends her love. Scope was there. I saw him at the panels, or at my panel that was apparently recorded by Ponyville Live. So check out Ponyville Live to see my panel that I did there, and along with another panel. I appreciate everybody who came out this week. Not this last weekend, but the weekend before it, the 2nd through the 5th in San Francisco. I really appreciate seeing you all there. And the fact that you guys all came out to see my panel and everything was really great. That really touched me. So, jurors for bad OC, that's a thing that happened because of you dickbags.
I thought it was funny, and it's really funny that they actually went out and made a piece of fan art for it.
When I saw that, I laughed so goddamn hard.
Like, I did not see that until right now, and I was snickering while Mummified was doing his intro speech. I recently did a stream over at the Euro Sucks Twitch account, and I was playing a game, and I kind of, at the end, I kind of got bored, so I just started fucking around, and I just started using my Harry Potter accent, and I just started running around and killing people as Harry Potter, and I got a couple pieces of fan art for that.
I got a mini figure too. You guys talked about it last week, about how you guys got like figurines.
Yeah, they're really good.
Characters. Yeah, they were really good. And I got one. This awesome picture of me being manly, and I look like some kind of like anime like handsome guy, and it says manly, and he does look hella manly.
Yeah, that is a really cool piece of fan art. I mean, like it.
I know, right? It's so cool.
But then we actually got a set of things from the ever-present Tardisidorus.
Are you talking about the pointy ponies?
The Tardisidorus!
The Tardisidorus.
You talked about that last week.
No, Centaurs.
You talked about
Centaurs
that last
week.
The Centaurs.
And also the this new set where I'm holding a record and Smooth is a changeling and Juris is doing a thing with a tie on a mannequin.
What a loser.
And Commander is doing physics, or magnetism, I guess.
Yeah, and Meddy's got a cat. A brawly cat.
I got cat. Where is he? He's not here. He's not gonna interrupt.
And also, I'm gonna take my quick minute to talk about I like the Tower by Rosie Posey because
it's just a really freaking cute picture, dang it.
Yeah, we all have little tiny pointy limbs.
Also, we all got dragons.
Dragons! Dragon!
Which all of you seem terrified except for me.
Because yours isn't supposed to be terrifying. They put it in the description that yours is a different kind.
I like how mine is lazy like me.
thank you all again for submitting these fabulous pieces of fan art. We love you all. But as the episode or the show talks about, we are here to talk about people's OCs. So, like I said at the beginning of this episode, we're going to be looking at ponies who are in relationships. We're talking about couples. Ponies who are in, like I said, relationships. But as we do, always casting the die of fate, it rolled a 2. Soren Wants Pie, tell us all about the OC that you brought to the party this week. It is
a mustache, and I will tell you more about it.
Tell me all
and
about it. And
it's also a pompadour. It looks like, oh dear, what have I done? I did not realize the mistake that I had made this week.
the things you have wrought.
This is Mia Bella. Bella, it's Italian, so like Bella. Mia Bella. And Pesto Presto. And Green Mummified. So they are married. They're not just dating or whatever. And they're like 38, 40-ish. The age equivalent for ponies of like middle age, I would say. And so her talent, they've had 4 children together, and that's why the artist says that she's a bit chubby, because she's had 4 children. And so both of them, in fact their entire family, including the grandparents, work at this restaurant, like an Italian style restaurant, and the artist didn't really say if they still live in, I don't know what the pony equivalent of Italy would be called, but there's got to be some fan thing for it, but I don't really, I'm not witty enough to think of one off the top of my head.
Yeah, me neither.
So I don't know if they started there or if they moved over from the Italian equestrian equivalent of Italy, and they're in Equestria now. But anyway, they work at this Italian-style restaurant. Her talent is vegetable gardening, and his is making sauces. And so her nickname is Mamma Mia, and her father's name is Mozzarella. So the grandparents are Mozzarella and Tiramisu. Mozzarella is a pizza chef, and Tiramisu is a dessert pastry maker, or a pastry chef. There we go. So Mia's working at the restaurant. Tall, dark, handsome stallion comes in, and his name was Green Mummified, Pesto Presto, and he can make the best sauce because his talent is sauce making, and that's what he claimed when he came in. But Mozzarella was like, you know what, you're going to be a busboy instead. And what he didn't tell him was that he was waiting to see if he was passionate enough to work his way up through the ranks to become something better in the restaurant. So Pesto was like, I guess I'll be a busboy and take care of the dishes. And so he went from busboy to waiter to prep cook. And it didn't happen right away. So it seemed like he was showing interest in Mia, obviously. It's like love story in restaurant, and it's really adorable just like thinking about it. But it was just like he just started flirting with her, and after shifts they would sit at the bar together, or like while wiping tables, and just kind of laugh and talking. And so over time they forged a strong bond, and Mozzarella was like, oh, protective father, and he's like, I don't want to make this guy a sauce chef because screw that guy, he likes my daughter. But then one day he was just being stuck as a prep cook, which is not what he wanted. And so one day Pesto was like, you know what, we're going to get married, and we're going to announce it to your father, I don't care. And so they announced that they were going to get married, and Mozzarella was like, oh my gosh, my little girl's getting married. And then he's like, you know what, Pesto, you're a pretty cool guy, I'm going to make you a saucier, which is the sauce chef preparer guy. And so he's like, you're now a saucier, your dreams have come true, and you married my daughter. And so basically just kind of token love story, but I still think it's pretty cute. And then they had their 4 children, and now they just they live in their house/restaurant. I think the restaurant's on the ground floor and their house is above. And so they all work in the restaurant together as a family now. And that's all for story.
I kind of like the simplicity of it. It's like you said, it's just kind of token love story. It just
But it's really
works,
cute.
and I like it.
It's really cute. And I like how they're Italian. It's just like, I don't know why, but it just adds like a certain thing. It's just like, aw.
A certain flair.
Yeah. Especially with the,
In Italian flair.
especially with the grumpy dad who's like, oh, I hate you. And then when they get married, he's like, ah, son-in-law, I love you. It's great. And I'm just imagining that all the antics that are going to go on with all the children, the grandparents, and the parents in this house/restaurant. Like, it just seems like a really adorable movie that could happen.
I like the story. I like the simple... It's a simple love story. It's like, there's nothing really to critique here.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's done really well. Most of the time, I'll be like, yeah, you could fix this to make it even better than it already is. But with this, I'm just like, yep, that's what it is, and I like it.
It sucks Commander's not on today, because he's actually Italian.
But I'm Italian too.
Oh, can we make Italian? Really?
Yes. I
I've
have.
never said anything about that.
We've never really.
Mamma mia, it's a son.
We've never really talked
Mamma
about
mia.
my heritage before. Listen, I didn't say I had a good Italian accent. I just said I have Italian heritage.
But yeah, like, seriously, like, there's nothing really to improve upon here,
Yeah.
because it's simple. It kind of reminds me of the cakes, honestly.
Yeah. Now, let's get to what I know you guys are probably going to gripe about, is the colors, or the aesthetics, excuse me. There's
Ugh, Italian mummified is almost as bad as
yeah,
regular
like
mummified.
green mummified, it's just like... It's like the pompadour with the mustache, it's just like, why?
No, it's not even a pompadour with the mustache. It's a pompadour mullet.
It's a pompadullet with a mustache.
Hey, at least it looks better than Juris.
Wow, that's so terrible. But yeah, Mia's really cute. She's got like kind of like a cream tomato color, and she's gardening vegetables, so she's like a tomato color palette, and it's really cool. And also,
Yeah, I don't have any gripes with her color palette.
I'm waiting
His
for
is kind of dark and
Pesto
saturated.
because his is a little, dark and
Yeah.
Like the color of pesto?
yeah.
Yeah, but it's not.
It-
It's not a freaking MLP color though.
They're also the color. They're kind of the color of the tricolored pasta. If you've ever seen it before, like she's the
Yeah.
sort of lighter, and he's the darker green pasta, and then also they have,
each other's eye color as their
yeah, I was about,
predominant color.
yeah, that's really adorable too, and it works.
That's cute, you kids.
As much as I don't like the color schemes, I actually kind of do like them. Like, I mean, like, these wouldn't be good show characters, but they look fine as they are.
I don't know. Mia might be, if changed a little bit. I think she might fit into the show, maybe.
What? I think she works perfectly fine.
Eh.
Yeah, me, I think I'm just more focusing on green mummified.
On Pesto Juris.
Yeah.
Juris Presto.
Wait, what if Pesto isn't green mummified?
What if mummified
Juris
is
or
white
whatever.
Juris? Wait, white Pesto.
Yeah, that.
He's white Juris.
You can't prove
White
that.
Pesto.
You can't prove
White
that.
Pesto, get out of here. You're a loser.
White Pesto.
Oh, wait. No horn. But mummified is always hiding his horn in his hair.
I like them both. I like the colors of both of them, but apparently, looking past the fact that there are some similarities between my own pony, I do like the styles of both of the ponies.
Yeah.
And yes, I
Yeah.
apologize to the person if they take offense at all that we just keep comparing them to mummified Zosie.
Yeah, I'm really
This is-
sorry.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like we're ignoring the fact that this is a character being made and that it kind of reminds us of our friend Zosie, but still.
Yes.
it is still a very nice OC, and I really like it.
Yes.
Yeah. Although that white pesto guy, he's terrible.
Yeah.
Fuck that
I
guy.
mean, white and blue, that's got to be mold. I mean, come on, don't eat that. Yeah, honestly, the colors in the main, I really like how they fit with the coat for Mia. Just like
Yes.
it's good. It's just like that single line. It's very very soft on the eyes, very easy to look at. Even pesto, like very soft on the eyes, very easy to look at, and that's what I like. A sort
I
of
also like
soothing color palette.
I also like how the designs of their mane and tails match each of them, and it works so well.
Yeah, it's really good. These OCs, I just like them a lot, and honestly, the one I found them from was the family portrait, and I had to ask a little bit more on the story, but the person had the story. I guess they just hadn't posted it, so it's all good and well. And so I guess I'll close it out so we can move on by saying, yeah, these ponies they're just really nice to look at, and they have a cute story.
Cool beans. Then let's move on to the next set of ponies. That rolls a 4, so that means Smooth gets to go next.
I knew it. I felt it in my body. It
Ew.
was like, I have to go next.
I have to go.
These are Velvet Arrows and Ashburn. Ashburn is a changeling. By the way, this comes from an AU, so right away, he is a mating changeling. He is destined to his life of mating with the queen, who then they make baby doos, and then
Ew.
yeah, and that's pretty much his destiny. But then at some point he got the taste for love, and he's like, oh man, love, this thing I like, but like love. I don't want to eat it. I want to feel it. I want to love and be loved. I can't do that here. Hey, guess what? It's time to mate. No. But it's time to... No. And then
She's
he got
like,
his wings
"Hump
bit
me."
off.
Oh.
Yep. And
By
then he
the-
got his wings bit off.
By the queen.
Yep.
She was like, hump me, and he's like, no, and she's like, and he's like, rah! And then he ran away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's really sad.
Well then.
So then, but he was able to run away and get the hell out of there, went to Ponyville, and kind of just lived there for a while. And Velvet Arrows is a pony, not a changeling, so no need to worry about any more changelings. She, back in school, when she was younger and didn't have her cutie mark yet, she just kind of, I'm mature and smart and all that, and I can hang out with the cool kids, the big kids. I'm mature enough. And a pony came up to her asking for advice on date thing, and she was like, yeah, you can do it. Gave some advice, and later she found out that pony actually did well on date thing and stuff. And she got her cutie mark, and she is a matchmaker, professionally. Ashburn, while in Ponyville, decided that he wanted the lovings, and was like, man, I want to find the lovings. So he went to a matchmaker, Velvet Arrows. He was like, hey, I see this mare that I totally know and wants to get together with. Can you help me? Turns out he actually knew like absolutely nothing about her, I believe, unless I read that incorrectly. And it takes quite a while for anything to really happen, because like practically no progress is made, because he's just really bad, apparently, at being noticed or getting with Pony. But Velvet Arrows doesn't give up. And over time, they get to know each other better. They get better at trying to get him with the other pony. And eventually, Velvet Airs is like, he's kind of cool. Yeah, I'd be okay with dating him. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That time when you realize you've fallen in love with your job, client.
That's never good.
But it's okay, because Ashburn is doing really poorly with getting this chick anyway. Ha ha ha. Oh, until that one night where he actually is kind of like talking to her and having flirting goodwill. Oh, all of a sudden he's doing fine? Oh, that's fantastic. Why couldn't he do this before I fell in love with him? She started to feel a bit jealous, and which hurt her, because she shouldn't feel jealous, but she was, and she tried to stay as disconnected as possible, but eventually she just couldn't stand it anymore and kind of got up in his face. And her face. The other ponies, I mean. And at some point, Ash was revealed to be a changeling. By the way, Velvet Arrows is very racist against changelings at this point, because she believes them to just be dirty love thieves who can't actually love themselves.
Oh.
So that happened. Ash didn't see anything wrong, but Velvet was freaking destroyed. She loved this guy, but absolutely hated him, and it was not a good time. And the other mare freaking just didn't even want to have anything to do with Ash anymore, so Ash was freaking destroyed for, no good reason in his eyes. So eventually he went up and confronted Velvet about it again, and he explained his own situation of he just wants to feel love and love other and be loved. And at some point, before knowing he was a changeling, she had given him a piece of advice that it's okay if you're rejected. You just gotta keep looking, and who knows? You might end up with the pony you least expected. It doesn't hurt to try.
She then kissed him on the lips.
And with that, she just... okay. They went on a date, and it was awkward because first date. But they both apparently had a fun time, and decided that it would be a good idea to stay together. They actually did end up falling in love completely, and they moved to Canterlot and lived together there.
Well, that was a really, really, really long story. But
yeah, it was good.
It doesn't help that I had looked over them beforehand and was like, man, I really wish that Blue Assassin had a picture of them together. The very most recent thing uploaded was a picture of them together. I was like, oh, hey, cool. I wonder if there's information below. Oh my, that's a lot of information that wasn't on the last two pictures that I saw. So if I butchered something, I'm so sorry.
But yeah, it was long, yet it covered all the bases, and it wasn't stupid.
And it covered both of them!
Yeah.
Equally.
Yeah, one of them wasn't just like, this is the guy that she loves, but she's a Megatron she's part of the Voltron team, and she's Twilight Sparkle's daughter, and at least it wasn't one of those. It was equal, and I like that.
It felt very rom-com in its story, but then again, it's like, oh, well, if it just felt like a good rom-com movie, then that's kind of a good thing for a story. It's believable.
Honestly, I can relate to this story a little bit, because it's like, there's something that you look at for your entire life where you're like, man, that's disgusting. How could that be a thing? And then the person you love most is that thing, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I love something so wrong, but then you just realize that you were just being a jerk, a judgmental jerk the whole time. Deep story. Made me cry out of 10.
Yeah. Personality-wise, Velvet is more of a mature, professional kind of thing. Can be brutally honest when it's necessary, and panics under real pressure. But she is caring about those she cares about. Yay!
Yay!
You did it!
Except the filthy changelings.
Oh.
Ashburn is obviously a hopeless romantic. More of a lover than a fighter. Kind of...
Yeah, well, he proved that by losing his wings.
Yeah.
And quitting being a lover.
And
Yeah.
Since he can actually feel love, is that explained by the AU thing, then? Is that what that thing was?
No, the
That's
AU was
thing?
explaining away the changeling sex slaves, basically.
Oh. Do changelings feel love? Has that ever been explained in the show,
We
or do
don't
they just eat
know.
it? I don't really
Well,
know.
there's no real, like, hammer on the nail type of thing. I know Chrysalis
Yeah, I
can
guess.
feel sad,
Yeah, true.
so I assume she can feel love, so I assume changelings can feel love. I mean,
Maybe.
sure, they eat it, but I mean, like, love also is some sort of
Yeah.
tangible energy in that universe, so...
Yeah, they can feel it filling their stomach.
And a part of his biology of how mating changelings works, I guess, they can also be incredibly hot-tempered.
Okay.
I swear that was explained somewhere, but I can't find it now. There's so much information! Aesthetically, I really
I love
like...
it!
Especially Velvet's, because hers is real and Ash's is made up. Though, because he's a changeling, obviously, all of his looks are made up, including his cutie mark, which he does have, but it doesn't really matter because it's fake. Though, it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah. I was just about to ask if they had a changeling reference, but they have it in the, like, related... It was in the related art section.
Yeah.
And he looks badass. He looks really evil.
And if you
cool.
look, the wings were cleanly torn off. There's no remainder
Yeah,
of
there's
them.
there's no remainder of wing. It's just gone.
Wing is
Oh.
gone.
Oh, also, he would rather not be a unicorn. He'd rather be a Pegasus. However, he has no wings, therefore he can't be a Pegasus.
Therefore, life sucks and then you die.
I like how it has something like that, but it doesn't, like, really play it highly.
Yeah, it's not like
It's
he
not
was
even
depressed.
visible on his character.
Yeah, and
It wasn't like
yes, that's nice.
He
and
was depressed, so he cut his wings off.
And I can't really make fun of his cutie mark because changelings don't have real cutie marks.
I don't even know what his cutie mark is.
It's in the reference.
Oh, right, it's the fire thing. Okay.
I just like both of their color palettes so much. The freaking
They're really great.
Ashburn's looks like a fire-ish kind of look. Definitely a warm color palette. And freaking, oh goodness, Velvet's color palette. Pink and pink and redly pink. And those eyes.
I know, right?
This was in another OC, but the little hair thing that goes into a heart.
I know, right?
I can't remember. It was episodes ago, but
Yeah. I can't remember it either, and it makes me feel really bad. But it was cool, and I liked it then, and I like it now.
her two-tone mane is cool. I like how it's evenly distributed through the tail, but on the mane it's more like... Oh no, I guess it's evenly distributed there too. Because down by her neck as well, it's also the darker, pinkish, reddish.
And then it
Heart
goes into
colored?
a lighter one, yeah. It's just a little difficult to see the main one at this angle, but that's just how that angle works.
It's cool. It's all good and coot.
I like it.
And her eyes are. Let me zoom in on this. They're like
I also
tealish
really
green.
like that freaking cutie mark. It
works.
just good.
It's unique and it works really well.
And I like that heart hair tuft thing that comes out of her head looks a lot like that same heart style thing in her cutie mark.
Yeah. What other OC was that on? Ugh,
I don't remember. It's going to
gonna
bug
bother
me now. But dang
Yeah.
it,
It'll bug us both.
her color palette's just so good.
But yeah, I've never really liked. The only complaint I have is I've never really liked the sort of Spitfire mane style on a unicorn where it starts behind the horn, because it just seems like the mane is too sparse. So yeah,
But he is also a changeling, so I can give
that's true.
a lot of the issues I'd have with a pony anatomy. I can't really mock a changeling for because it's not their anatomy.
Yeah. Also, I don't think he's within the usual of changing into ponies to do thing division. I don't think so, at least.
I don't know. This is a mane style I've seen frequently though, like a mane starting behind the horn that does the whole like Spitfire's mane thing. I just personally don't like that, but that's just a personal gripe. So I mean, it doesn't really matter.
I didn't even notice it until you said it, but I agree.
Right. It just makes the mane look too sparse for me.
I don't mind it. I actually like it.
But what did it say again? How she figured out he was a changeling?
Because when she blew up in his face, he ended up transforming back because he freaking lost his cool, hardcore.
Got angry and then turned changeling.
Lost and cool, went full on changeling.
Kind of like what Chrysalis did. Like she could have played it off that she was the real Cadence, but instead she was just like, nah, I'm gonna be.
But instead, it was a TV show catered towards children, so the good guys had to win.
Yeah.
They're cute, good backstory.
I like their colors.
It's long, but it covers all the bases,
hard to give
so
advice
it's good.
to things that are good.
Congratulations, they're both really freaking. It's a good story about them, and I like both of them, and they're. And freaking. Dang it, Velvet is so cute.